higher education, we will be discussing about the higher education domains with the perspective of India and abroad. And we will be telling you a couple of things which I am very sure you are not aware earlier, and that will be very, very helpful to you. And later on, if that hits you, you can discuss further and you can have more idea about that. So, last 3 days I am interacting with a lot of students, b.tech students and MTech students, master students, and I realized that they are good, they are smart people, but in their own technical domains their knowledge is not that good. I am telling you that. So me and my mentors are of the opinion that yes, you need to focus on that particular domain. One of the reasons which I found, and they are very capable because in particular domain they are very strong. But I give you example of mechanical engineering. I say that a student who is doing AI is a mechanical engineer, but he is very good in let's say financial stuff. He is doing a lot of things on share market trading, or he is doing something on AI ML, very good. But mechanical engineering knowledge I found less. When I was digging further why it is so, I realized that he believes that that particular knowledge of engineering may not give him career. Maybe that is the reason, and that is where I think we may not be true. We may not be correct. See, you can pursue career in different domains. That is there, but you should be quite aware about all the options first, and then you should take a decision. In my opinion, I strongly believe that now is the time in the world over economies. When you get specialized in particular domain, you enjoy better career. If you are specifically and if you are specialized in particular domain, you have better career opportunities rather than generic. So if you move in your career vertical instead of horizontal, you enjoy better career domains. In fact, I will say horizontal and vertical both. Now, what is the meaning of horizontal and vertical? If I say emerging technologies, AI, ML and all, that is the learning domains. Management, financial management, AI, ML, these kind of things, these are the learning which you should have, journal management principles. But at the same time, are you going to use AI, ML for biotechnology if you are a biotechnology person? Or are you using AI, ML in electrical engineering? So if you move in your own domain also, horizontally also, vertical also, then career opportunities will be better. So to answer one question that why we should go for higher education, that is number one. That is the first question I will address. Why after graduation I should go for post-graduation, and why after post-graduation I should go for PhD option. I will answer this question straight first. See, the answer to this in one word is specialization. Why should I get specialist? Answer is to get better career. That is the ultimate objective. Better career, better job. I was asking many students, how do you define the better job, good job? Can you tell me some of the parameters of good job? That was a HR question I was asking them, and here is the answer for that. Better job means number one, the profile of the job. The job profile which I am working actually, am I enjoying that every day? Or I am working in something which I don't enjoy? For me, teaching may be better job because I am enjoying morning till evening, I am enjoying it. Better job means, does it match your temperament? That is number one. Number two, the place where you are working, the people with whom you are working, that ambience in which you are working, that is something which is very, very important. That is the number two, good job definition. I am liking the job, it matches my temperament, I like the place around, I like the people around me. Third is, it is giving me lot of money, lot of growth, lot of opportunities. Next is, it is giving me money but not at the cost of work-life balance which you define. You should have time for yourself. Job security is also there, it is not insecure that if you don't do this you will lose your job. If there are 5-6 parameters in the job, you will enjoy it. Let me name it again. You are enjoying what you are doing, number one, most important, and this is the order. Number two, the people with whom you are working and the environment. Number three, that you are going to get growth in terms of promotion, jump from one company to another. Salary, that also is very, very important factor. Salary is not number one. Believe me, it is not number one. It is number three only. Though we say package and salary and all, after you realize, no, this was not the most important thing. Something else was the most important thing that I told you. Profile, you are enjoying or not. Number 2, people, organization, ecosystem, culture. Number 3, paisa, money, and then along with money is the promotion opportunities and all. And then you are giving me a lot of money, I am enjoying the work, everything is okay. Am I getting time for myself also, which you call me time or family time? That should also be there. And then next is like you are not insecure, job security is there. Name the job where you get all these. And I'll be coming to government public sector jobs in India, I'll come to multinational company jobs, I'll come to entrepreneurship also. These are the ingredients of job satisfaction. My today's lecture is why higher education. That is the question I was answering. Believe me friends, higher education helps you to climb the ladder and attain this. Because I found in most of the graduates here not much clarity about the job profile. What do you like? I'm asking any mechanical engineer, what do you like? Answer is not very straight, and is not expected also. At this particular stage, it's not expected also. I mean, you are to experiment. I changed 3 my dream jobs to understand what my interest is. I changed 3 dream jobs which I was having at your stage. Okay, this job if I get, my life is set. This job I get, life is set. When I got that, I realized it was not there. And then I changed it, and then I realized, okay, this is what I wanted. What gave you courage and what gave you, option to experiment was your higher studies only, higher education only. Unless until friends, you have exposure to different jobs, different domains, different parts of the world, you will not be in position to explore the things. When I say higher education, I will be comparing later on higher education in India and abroad both. I am studying in IIT, I am quite aware I am studying in IIT Dharwad. I myself spent 10 years in IIT system. So I am quite aware IIT are the best institute, but IITs are in India. And I don't know, I think it will take a negative or something when I say higher education abroad is very good, PhD is abroad is very good, when I'll be doing comparative analysis, and that should be taken in a positive way. I keep on going to different, campuses all over India, and I go abroad also. When I go to some state college, I find students from that state only. I go to State College of Punjab or Haryana or Andhra Pradesh. Couple of months back, I was in Kurnool, GPREC Kurnool. All the students were largely from Kurnool district or from that particular part, in and around districts. When I go to IITs and IITs, I find students from all over India. Somebody from Andhra, somebody from Kerala, somebody from Rajasthan. That is what I found here. Do we have anybody here from America, China, from Europe? We don't have it. And they cannot be brought also. They cannot be brought also. When we say no, our IITs are not in top ranks, 100 ranks, QS ranking and all. Why it is not there? This is one of the many very, very important part actually. And one of the directors I was interviewing actually, I asked him straight, why you are not in top 100 ranks? You are very old, IIT is a big institute, why you are not top 100? Are our professors not capable or something? He said, can you bring American in my campus for studies? How you will bring it? Because person is not coming to institute for studying in the institute only. He is coming for the ecosystem also, nearby place also. You understand that? I mean, even in India there is a segregation. You go to Hyderabad, you will place Hyderabad. You go to Mumbai, you will see Mumbai. You will go to Dharwad, you will see in and around places. There is a difference, friends. And you know what I am trying to tell you. So that actually difference is there. So when we compare India and abroad educational system, there are many factors which you have to consider. My question was like, higher education opportunity deta hai. For career it gives you lot of experiment. Why a student sitting in IIT, NIT or good institute should aspire for higher educational things? Number one, he should explore opportunities in his own domain also. You should not run away from that. It may be possible that you are interested in a share market trading, being electrical engineer. There is nothing wrong in that. But is it that you are avoiding the effort of electrical engineering and finding the easy way out? It should not be like that. Actually, it should not be like that. Maybe when you realize, a student told me today, I was having a snap with him in mechanical engineering. He said, mechanical mein scope nahi hai. Told me mechanical my scope is sir less. I was told that scope is less in mechanical, there is a more scope in this, so I am trying to explore this scope. Friends, unless until you go in deep, you will not understand the scope. There is nothing wrong of that boy who told me this. There is nothing wrong. But unless until you dig further, you will not understand about the scope. You need to go in deep and then only you will understand whether scope is there or not. That is very, very important. Higher education opportunity in the campus is not actually at the cost of your placements or the jobs. There is a correlation, and you correct me if I am wrong. A person who aspires to open up more opportunities, graduate of IIT, I am talking to graduates, those who are doing graduation, post-graduation, more options on table is something which will make you more smart. When you explore the opportunities for higher education, it eventually is preparing you for campus placements. When you prepare yourself for campus placements, it helps you to explore options for higher education further. It is not this versus that. It is actually complementary, it is helping each other. And I will prove that particular thing also. And you should have more options on your table, then you should choose the best one. Otherwise, how you will choose the best one if you have only one option on the table? You cannot choose the best one. The moment you aspire for opportunities or higher educational opportunities, you will prepare, you will put effort. That eventually will help you to get good jobs also. So higher education specializes you, makes you more resistant in the economic recession. Specialized people will not lose their jobs. Specialized people will retain their jobs because company will eventually lay off those people without whom the company can run. Now imagine your asset for the company cannot run without you, they will not lay you off. Any company you name which lays off 100% of its manpower? No. No doubt a company hiring, having employee of lakh people, they will fire 10,000. Who are these 10,000 people without whom the company can survive? And there are 10,000 people without whom company cannot survive. Then what is, you should be in those 10,000 people. Then company cannot survive and your job security is there. And those 10,000 people largely are people with specialization. You know, I keep on doing comparative analysis, friends. I found that if you do higher education by choice, then it is the best decision of your life, by choice, with full of your thinking that why you are doing it. But if you do your masters or PhD for the sake of doing it, then it is the worst decision of your life. Don't do it. Don't do it otherwise. Why are you doing PhD? Why are you doing master? You should have answer for that. Not that, sir, I was not getting any other option, so I did it. Please don't do it. It's not required. You are wasting your time. You are wasting the resource of the institute, and you will not be doing good in your career. You should have strong reason why I want to do it. And strong reasons start from there. You should first love the domain in which you want to go forward. If you like it, then only you do it. And another thing I will tell you, I did not say that if you are a mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, pursue higher education in that domain only. I did not say. I say higher education is specialization. Today we are in the era of skill enhancement. When you enhance your skill in any particular direction, it will eventually raise your skill, your employability index. You will become asset for the basically any particular organization. So higher education is good thing. It is good thing if you do it by choice. Okay, sir, done. Why shall I do it by choice? If I make you realize it is good for you. We are human beings. We run on the basis of our interest. If I make you realize it is good for you, you will do it. Now, should I do that higher education only in my field which I am finding boring? No. What are you finding good? You can pursue in that also. I mean, if you are liking additive manufacturing, 3D printing, and you want to use AI into that, you do that in AI. Who is stopping you for that? National Education Policy 2020. Now we are actually into that. It says that you can pursue any course. You can get credits in any course. Everybody will help you in that. Your professors will help you in that. Okay, do this. Flexibility should be there. But skill enhancement comes with the higher education. That is something which is very, very important. And in the time of recession, it is even better. So for graduate of institute like yours, higher education opportunity is something which helps you. And it is not at the cost of your placement. You can do both parallelly, and you should do both parallelly. There is only one thing permanent which I saw in my career. That is lack of interest in what I am doing. What I do, you will lose the interest in that, and then you will feel like shifting to something else. That is permanent. We are human beings. Whatever you are doing today, even in teaching, I am telling you, for the last many years I am into teaching domain. But even in teaching, sometimes you will feel like teaching one thing. I'm a PhD in mechanical engineering, I'm doing GD for you. I'm still teaching thermodynamics and strength of material. I'm teacher into that also. I left IIT system teacher because I wanted to teach so many things. So I left it. The opportunity which I got, I left that and started teaching so many things. I want to teach this thing, that thing. So interest change. When the interest change, you should be capable to pursue career in that direction. That is going to change for you for sure. So think of you got a placement, and after 6 months now you realize that no, this is not your cup of tea. Am I saying something odd? No, this is not my cup of tea is a very common statement. That time, friend, what you will do? This is not your cup of tea. You are looking for another cup of coffee now. But your experience is in only this field. Now how you will change your domain? Higher education helps you that time. You should have options in your hand. Now I coming to higher education, India abroad. And then Sanam will also give, he has very vast experience of abroad education. His own life journey will be telling you many things. He is mentoring you also for the last 2-3 days. So his own experience of couple of countries and couple of degrees is very, very interesting for all of you. But before that, I give you summary of that. Many students I met, they said, sir, we are writing GATE. Very good, you should do that. Strongly you should do that, because writing GATE is something which will, that simply means you are studying your subjects. GATE for me simply means you are studying your subjects. You are doing good in your subjects. You will be reading your subjects for which you are graduating. You will be doing that. GATE is a wonderful exam, I find, actually. You should write that. Why? Because it gives you opportunity for jobs, public sector jobs. It gives you opportunity for pursuing higher education in India and abroad. There are a couple of top universities which take GATE score. Technical University Munich, RWTH in Germany, both universities. Then, National University Singapore, Nanyang Technical University, Cranfield University. These universities take GATE score. Higher education abroad. GATE gives you opportunity to join any top institutes, IITs, IIScs in India also. GATE gives you opportunity to pursue management course. Many of students I found, sir, I don't want to pursue my higher education in engineering technology, in management I want to do it. Yes, GATE gives you opportunity for that also. You can join Masters of Management program in IIScs, in IITs. This is a Masters of Management program where you study management. So if you find somewhere that hitting into IIMs may be difficult for you because you are technologically oriented, GATE is a technology exam, CAT is not at all technology exam. You want to keep both options in your pocket, still you don't want to compromise. I may go for the public sector job also. I may go into technology domain also. I am good in my technology field. At the same time, I may go into management, financial management also. So GATE exam gives you opportunity for all this. This one exam and multiple options may open for you. So keep that way. Okay, GATE I will write. Now, this is also the exam which actually will be valued for 3 years. I mean, any 3 years, you have a score in your pocket and you went for the job. After 6 months, you decided, no, job is not your cup of tea. Now, after 6 months, I want to join management course. After every 6 months, you can join IIT system management course through GATE. After every 6 months. Now, July, August, May, you graduated, joined a job, and all these things I am telling you on the basis of the experience of my own students. August, September, you took a job and you lost the interest, temperament into that, and then you want to come back into academic field again. After 6 months, you can use this score and join these particular programs. That is the one advantage of this particular score, that is a GATE exam. I am today not telling you here how to prepare that, you people may be knowing that. But I am telling you that if you are deciding this, what is the advantage of that? That is one thing. And when the company comes in your campus and they tend to ask you basic question, at least you will be good, you will be answering that. As a mechanical engineer, you will not be telling me that thermodynamics only has 3 laws instead of 4 laws. I ask many students, believe me friends, they are telling me 3 laws only, not 4 laws. Very, very basic question. And not only engineering, you have studied that in physics when you were preparing for JEE. Go back and check your books. You studied that that time also. So at least you will be good in that particular thing. That is the GATE exam in India. So public sector jobs, people say, are very good to start with. Many of you want to try for civil services exam. You want to become bureaucrat. You want to serve India as a civil servants. GATE exam will give you opportunity for that. In fact, you will get a platform where you can prepare. Yesterday, some students were asking, I want to prepare for civil services, sir, tell me what is the best path. Join the public sector, join the government sector and keep preparing. Why I am saying that? I am not saying that misuse the government funds or misuse the government, no. I am saying there you may get more time, and at the same time, you are already in government sector, you have to shift over to government sector only. GATE exam gives you opportunity for that. And at the same time, even if you don't want to join the job, higher education you do. Many times students say, sir, why I should do masters from India instead of abroad? Why you should do masters from abroad instead of India? That also I will tell you. But why I should do masters from India instead of abroad? Why I should join some IIT, some IIC, do my masters and not from abroad? If you want to join civil services, if you want to join government jobs, if you want to explore Indian market, if you don't want to go abroad, it's good to do it from here. Wonderful institutes, wonderful domains. That is what I told you. You should be very, very clear. I got 3 options to pursue my doctorate and masters abroad. I did not pick it up because I am the only son of my parents. My choice. That is your choice. First interest should be yours. I am nobody standing here and telling you like this is better, this is not better. No. I am saying choice is yours. Choice is yours. Whether you want to be in India, you want to be abroad, that is your choice. But if you want to be in India, this can be a very good path for you. Higher education path, this can be very good for you. And you need to decide. When you say, sir, I want to go for civil services, this is you say. I am nobody to tell you, no, civil services you should not go. I am nobody to say that. My duty as a teacher is, if you say I want to go for civil services, what is the best way? You tell me that, sir. That is what my duty of a teacher is. Now, if you want to be in civil services, government system in India, you want to be in India, you want to be entrepreneur in India, then you will not obviously think of opportunities abroad. Pursuing MS and PhD abroad will not be the option for you. You told you want to be entrepreneur in India. So, the option is in India itself. And you cannot jump immediately after graduation into entrepreneurship. I tell my students many times, if you want to become employer, you should first become employee. Because the moment you become employer, you will know how the employees think. That will help you to adapt better in your company. So, you should first have some kind of exposure of couple of companies. And if you have decided to become employer or entrepreneur or startups in India, then India higher education is better for you. But sir, then why you are saying for entrepreneurship higher education? Because higher education is the risk hegemony for you. That is the biggest thing with you. If you have higher education in your pocket, you can take more risk. You can take loans from the banks. When you approach bank, they will see your credibility. And higher education gives a lot of credibility to you. That is also linked there. So, I made my point clear. Higher education in India, what is the purpose? Which student should think of going for higher education in India in this direction? Many times in graduation, your domain of interest is not fixed. It is not fixed even now. You graduated from IIT Dharwad, you are thinking about particular field of interest like 3D printing. I give you example. But you have not done sufficient work in 3D printing in these 4 years because you are supposed to do many things. But you have decided that you want to pursue career in 3D printing. Master's program will give you opportunity to get specialized in 3D printing. But for that student who has already decided that I want to pursue career in 3D printing, why he should not go for higher education in 3D printing? When he has already decided that I want to go in 3D printing, but my knowledge is not now sufficient, so go get knowledge and get into the company. One thing, friend, you should never do is hurry to pursue your career, to get into the job immediately. Don't do that. Job eventually you will get it, but don't be in hurry to do that. Choose the best possible path. And mechanical engineers sitting here whoever will be listening to me, they know that best path, which we call reversible path, is a slow path because losses are minimum in that. So, you need to move in a particular right path, but slowly. When I am saying slowly, I did not mean that intentionally you make your pace slow. I am not saying that. I am saying the difficult path, the right path, the good path take time. These things take time. But choose the right way and then go. Don't be in hurry that okay, I am to get into the job immediately. That you should not do. You should delay it. Delay is always a good thing. Now coming to why I should do PhD. And this is my favorite domain because in India, I am telling you very honestly, friends, I interacted with the b.tech, I interacted with MTech, I interacted PhD, I interacted. Maximum students who are doing PhD in India, they were not clear why they are doing PhD. I am telling you that openly actually. You should be very, very clear why you are doing PhD. What was the purpose of doing PhD? Where you link it further. They should be very clear after PhD what they want to do. First question, why you did PhD? What do you want to do after PhD? You know what? I ask this question to all my students in India. I ask this question to people when I go abroad also. And I tell you honestly, I get the answer when I ask this question abroad. I get the answer from them. Why they did PhD? I met a person who was 50 plus years of age abroad. Why you joined PhD? He gave me very good answer. 50 plus age may if you have come for PhD, you must be having some reason. Give me very good reason. We should not be in a hurry to join some particular course so quickly and you not having any reason. Typically you think you joined a course at the age of 24 and you are not knowing why you joined it. And think you joined the course at the age of 54, you knowing the reason why you joined it. Which one is purposeful? So you should be clear why you want to join a course. And second, what you want to do after this. If you are clear about that, nobody can deviate you from your channel. Nobody can deviate you. I give my own example. I joined PhD in IIT Delhi and I joined it because I liked this course. I liked this heavy course. Gravity is more. DR with the name. And you know, one day I was sitting outside and having tea with my friends and some my friend came. Arey, I heard you joined PhD. I just completed my masters. I said, yeah, I joined PhD. Why couldn't you get a job? That was his answer. That was his reply. And incidentally, that time I was having couple of jobs in my pocket, including DRDO job. I already got DRDO job. And this was asked to me, by many of my friends, they asked me the same question. Couldn't you get job? So you joined PhD. Couldn't you get a job? Arey, try, get job. This question was asked to me. That question had so big impact on me, I left the PhD and joined DRDO. And friends, I was naturally inclined to do PhD. Actually, I was not meant to be a scientist in DRDO. And in entire my career, these 2 years in DRDO lab in Dehradun were the worst for me. Lab was very good, profile was very good, but what can be better than, you know, serving nation than being a defense scientist? But I was totally frustrated because it was not meant for me. I discussed with my professor, I discussed many things because I was temperament wise not scientist. Unless until I interact with 100 of people every day, I can't have satisfaction. And you know, in the scientist, you are in a room, you are a machine, and then you think. Identity crisis, what I am doing, man, here? What I am doing here? But those my friends kept on asking me, and I made a decision, and I went and joined job. Because society wants to, us to join a job. My father was happy, obviously, when he see, letter coming from President of India that now this job is given to you, because in the defense, President of India gives you job. My father was very happy, President of India has given a job. You understand that? So our society, we saw the reflected appraisal, we join certain things in which our temperament is not there. Then, I struggled for next 6 years. Left DRDO, thought DRDO I am not getting satisfaction because maybe salary is less. DRDO was giving salary and 5 times salary, General Electrical was giving. I thought of joining that. That also did not give you satisfaction, then I tried something else. So I kept on experimenting for next 6 years, and after that 6 years I again came for PhD. And IIT Delhi, my professor, I'll send this video clip to him also. I went for again interview, and that panel was remembering me. Professor PVM Rao was there, Professor PV Rao was there. They said, you have again come. So last time you left PhD within couple of months. What do you want to know? Why you come again? I said, sir, last time my decision was not thoughtful decision. You understand, after 6 years of all these experiments, if I am coming, this time I am going to complete it. And this is my decision, which now I have answer why I want to do PhD. Why I gave you this example? Next time also, friends, now listen me carefully. Next time also, when I was sitting in the lab, I remember my PhD colleagues every day eating my head. Are you left engineering subsidy, you left DRDO, you left this company, that company. What is there in PhD? And that did not have iota of impact on me. Why? Because this time I was having reason why I want to do PhD, right? I decided I want to do in EdTech company, I want to be in education sector. Education is something which is meant for me. Now I want to do PhD. Abhi tum jo bolna hai bol lo. Earlier, my one friend told me, why you are going for PhD? You could not get a job. That had an impact on me. My commitment was, my conviction was not strong. But the next time, my conviction was so strong, nobody could actually. My age was also more. When I left first time, it was 23, 24. Now you understand when I joined 29, 28. 28, 29 years you are not married and you join PhD. In India it is supposed to be not good. People will say, this fellow, where is going? You will not get even a girl for marriage. So lot of pressure that second time, but I relished that particular course the second time because I was having answer. So friend, purpose is you should have reason why you want to do some particular course. That is very, very clear for you. I mean, you should be very, very clear why you want to do it. Now, whether it is in India or it is abroad, you should have clear reason why you want to do it. When I go abroad, when I meet people, I find certain differences in master's, PhD, and discuss with my IIT professor colleagues also. Certain things I will appreciate and praise, which actually is coming up in India also now. I will tell you certain things which are good. Masters, PhD, abroad, in those universities. As Gandhiji said, when something good you can learn from others, you should learn it. You should not sit in hypothetical, dome of, no, superiority, no, we are also good, they are also good, we have nothing to learn from them. That is not good. We should learn from them. What good thing I found is, every student who is doing a project in PhD at least, abroad is an industry sponsored project. Industry is paying you money. Now imagine I am paying you money, you are doing PhD on my project, I am paying you money. You are to perform, you are to do your job, you are to complete my project within a time. I am industry. When industry will give you a project, industry will give you timeline also, because time is a money for industry. For industry, time is a money. Okay, do my this project, I give to professor, do my this project, I give you this money, but 3 years, you have to complete it. Professor say, I will do that. Now professor will give that money from the project to the student or PhD, and that PhD fellow will be doing real world industry project from the very first day. And you see that advertisement anywhere. When you see the advertisement of any university abroad or PhD, they clearly mention the requirements, the work which you have to do, whatever you want to do, that clearly mention. You fit in that, you take it. You don't fit in that, don't take it. I am not going to take it. If you are not suitable for that, I am not going to take you. Out of interest you joined, okay, this is the domain, this is the project I will do. From the very first day you are clear which industry project you are going to do. Who is in hurry to complete PhD? Who is in hurry in that particular situation so that your PhD gets completed? First, professor, because professor is to fill, complete that particular domain, because industry is to take the project back from you. Professor wants you to complete it as soon as possible and go. He is not interested you are staying in the campus. You automatically complete that in time. The money is given by the industry. Now the 3 best things in PhD, 3 best things. Number 1, from the very first day I know what I am doing, which project I am working on, and that project is industry project. That means I am having contacts with industry. More time I am spending in industry than in academic institute. That is the best thing for any industry PhD student or master students. You ask him, are you sitting in the lab of academic institute, or you are going to the shop floor of the industry? If you are working in the industry, that is very good for you. You will be completing your doctorate in 3 or 4 years, because professor is in hurry. Do it. Go, I want you to complete it. Professor is also in hurry. Even better for you. Third, job. If you do very good work in the industry, which obviously you should do and you will do, the industry will induct you. Why? For 3 years, industry got a very cheap person, cheap labor. And now industry is going to hire you as experienced person. Think of, I am an industry and you worked on my project for 3 years. Don't you think you are a trained fellow for me? I will take you. So this model eventually gives very high flip to the PhD course abroad. These things are largely missing in India. Now they are actually coming up. I saw today also I interacted with so many students. They were doing really good project under their professors, industry sponsored projects. I found b.tech, MTech students of IIT Dharwad doing a lot of projects, 3, 4 internship projects. I found that and I was really impressed to see that. And industry sponsored projects. And when they are doing industry projects, they have contacts with the industries also. That thing is there. Now, sir, tell me why I should go abroad instead of India for PhD or masters. The single biggest reason, friend, is exposure, international exposure or exposure. Nothing against Indian university. I told you I got multiple opportunities abroad. I preferred IIT system. I preferred India. I love IIT system and Indian system. Nothing wrong in that. But what I realized later on is, like, farther you go from your home, smarter you will be. I interacted with MTech students. You are from Karnataka. Why you are in Dharwad doing your MTech? Go to some another place. Why not in Punjab? You understand? When I am from Punjab, I come to Dharwad, Karnataka. I am going to learn more, friends. I am going to learn. I am gonna be more smart. So further you go from your place, from your home, you experiment more. That transform your personality. So international exposure is something which is the best. I mean, your friends will be, think of your lab mein, one fellow is from China, another is from Europe, another fellow is from America. That international exposure is very, very good thing. Number 2, I told you, is the purposeful project on which you have to work. Number 3, the job is ready for you. Scholarship is very good for you. These things are something which I like. So tell me why I should not go abroad and do PhD from India only. In which situations? I gave you my own example. Are you clear what you want to do after PhD? Are you clear in that? Yes, sir. I want to be in India. I want to serve in the industry. Industry also I know in which I am to join. So why should I go abroad? Everything is clear, done. Sometimes you don't want to leave your people, your parents, that is your decision. Sir, can I do purposeful PhD from India also? Yes, you can do that. I give you example. I am from North. I took IIT Delhi. I should have taken IIT Madras. I am telling you that honestly. I should have taken IIT Madras. That way it would have been better, no? I could have exposure of IIT Madras also. I preferred IIT Delhi. So did it have some big impact on my career? No. Had I done my education from IIT Madras, I would have joined DRDO. From IIT Delhi also I joined DRDO. So where is the difference? Difference I told you. Exposure, confidence. At least I could have learned how to travel in train and by air. When I started doing job, I got money. Then first time I took the flight. Had I took admission, I had taken the admission in IIT Madras, I would have taken that early only. So the further you go, you learn more. That is the advantage for that. Now, I normally tell students couple of things for IIT graduates. Master's program, explore. I normally tell students don't spend a lot of money. One thing I want to tell you which very less students are aware, and I want to tell you that please do that. Before that, I will give you a statistics. 80 to 90% Chinese students, when they go to pursue their higher education in US, they go for a program which is called DirectPhD program. 80 to 90% direct PhD courses in US are taken by Chinese. Statistics, I can't tell lie. What is direct PhD? Immediately after graduation, you will go for PhD program. You will not do masters. Okay, sir, why you will not do masters? Why direct PhD? That is in India also. Immediately after b.tech, you join your higher education. I mean, after MSc or b.tech, you join PhD. In US is the country which offers maximum direct PhD programs. Europe offers very less. Sanam will tell you that. Very less. So, maximum courses of higher education, that is direct PhD, are in US. And 80% of that are taken by Chinese. What is the reason? I started digging down. There are two reasons behind that. Chinese government is very much particular of sending Chinese citizens to US for higher education. I need not to tell you the reasons for that. But I can tell you this is a fact statement. Chinese government gives lot of scholarship funds for Chinese students to go to US and get higher education. Number 2, any university of China you take it, 30 to 40% professor you will find from China. These two things are missing for Indian. These two factors are missing for us. Now something new happened, something better happened. Of late there was a clash between China and US or these kind of the countries related to research, and Florida state blocked Chinese students from entering into higher educational courses, especially PhD programs. That means now who will fill these gaps of direct PhD programs? Now that option is for Indian students. Lot of Indian students are getting opportunity, especially in direct PhD programs in those countries, in US. What is direct PhD? Let me elaborate that. If a graduate in particular college is doing good in his field, what is the meaning of good in his field? 7.5 CGPA plus, but that is subjective. 7.5 CGPA plus, but that is subjective. What is good means, how good are you in your field? That is goes from your project which you do, internship which you do, subject knowledge which you have. I will say he is a good student of engineering, worthy doing direct PhD under my supervision. So what I will check? your knowledge. Tell me what projects you have done of late. What projects you have done? Sir, this is the project which I have done. Okay, what is the industrial application of that? What is the application of this to the society? What activities you are doing in this? What software skills you are using in this? What other skills you are using in this? Are you linking the things for the research? If I find a graduate doing good work in that, that's the most important thing. Second comes CGPA. Third comes your brand. Again, I am giving the hierarchy. I keep on moving different colleges in India. Students ask me, sir, the best universities in US and otherwise are reserved only for IITians or NITians? Answer is no. Don't be misunderstood. It is not like that. The most important thing is the work which you have done. I'll prefer a student from normal college than IITian if he has done very good work, project work, research work, internship. I'll do that as a professor. In India, there may be segregation. In India, when you approach some company, when you approach some university, they may give high value to IITians. Okay, IIT graduate, that is good. But when it comes to abroad, no doubt IITs have names. That is added advantage for us. But the most important factor is not brand or the college. Believe me, friend, for a professor in US, it does not matter much whether you are graduate from IIT, or NIT, or VIT, or BIT, does not matter. For him, work is very, very important. So the most important is the work which you have done. Second most important factor comes is your CGPA. Third comes is your brand, IIT. If these three things are there, you can directly apply for direct PhD, approach the professor. Then what is the next step? Next step is if he is looking for a person like you. Sir, why he is looking for b.tech people and not MTech people for PhD program? There is a reason for that. And you understand the, how it goes. MTech guy is going to be there with him for 3 years after PhD program, let us say. Graduate is going to stay with him for 4.5 years. After b.tech, after graduation, direct PhD is 4.5 to 5 years. So he wants a person to stay more in his lab. Obviously that is his interest because he wants to complete the project. That is the advantage. Number 2, catch them young is a philosophy. That means he will change your entire ideation, your research domain will get fixed. A person when he goes after masters, he has already done research work, he is already into some particular domain. But a graduate who goes is like very, very clean slate. I can teach him, you learn on this or learn on this, that is better for him. These couple of reasons and he prefers the graduate. So they prefer the graduate who have done good work, and you will agree with me, there are very less people who will publish their research paper at graduation level. Master's level you can do, but graduation you don't do. So it is very easy for me to identify your research aptitude if in the graduation level you have done some research work. In the graduation level, if you have published a paper, I am very sure nobody does. He has done, that means he has research inclination. So for professors, it is very easy to basically segregate those students. So if you want to be 100% sure that you get direct PhD abroad in top university, here it is what is you have to do as an undergrad student. You have to do very good research work, if possible publish a paper and get very good CGPA, brand you are already having, and then start exploring the option, finding the professors. Now sir, why are you telling us to do direct PhD? I am not interested in PhD, it is 5 years, 4 years, it's a long commitment, I may not complete it. And there is the best part of it now, which students must understand. If you go to countries like US for master's program, MS, friends, you have to spend 30 to 50 lakh rupees. Even if you get full scholarship, you have to spend 30 to 40 lakh rupees. I am saying join direct PhD. How much money I am to spend direct PhD, sir? No, you are not to spend money. You will earn money for your nation, for you. Because $3,000 is the average scholarship per month, which US university will give you, $3,000. It varies from $2,000 to $4,500. To some universities near New York, you will get $3,500, which is a costly place. Unlike India, where you will get same scholarship, whether it is Delhi, South Delhi, IIT Delhi, or it is Dharwad, or it is Kharagpur, scholarship is same. Ministry of Education gives you. But in US, every university is having different scholarship pattern, so it varies. Average is 3,000. Your expenditure is $1,500 maximum. So In direct PhD, immediately after B.tech, you start saving, I'm saying saving, $1,500 per month. In case you are, asking about the finance part, minimum 1 lakh you will save. While you will be doing PhD, financial burden will not come on you. That is the advantage. So that means for direct PhD, I'm not going to spend any money. No, you are going to earn money. So how much money should I have in my pocket to get this particular option? 1 to 2 lakh rupees, including air tickets. That's it, not more than that. But now last thing, I'm not interested in PhD. I was interested in MS. Here comes a guy who's preaching us for PhD. No, we don't want to do that. And listen this carefully now. I told you to join PhD. I never asked you to complete PhD. I told you to join direct PhD. So if we join PhD, do you mean we will not complete PhD? No, don't do it. After 2 years, get a degree of MS and get into the job market US. Am I teaching you something unethical? Answer is no. This is a very natural phenomenon in US. People quit their courses. How many people do you know in your graduation who quit their B.tech and after 2 years they again come back to do their B.tech? You will not have hear it. But in US and Europe, 70% undergrad, they leave their courses and at some stage of their life, they again complete it. That means that is there in their culture, that is there in their system. National education policy is now done that for India also. You can do that in India also. That means, sir, I went there for direct PhD and after 2 years, I converted it into MS and now I can get my MS and get into the job market. Yes, that is the point. This is what exactly is the best route actually. Whether it is MS or is a PhD, this is the best route you can take it and you should take it. Many students are asking, is some exam required like GATE exam for India? Abroad koi exam is required? COVID was a pandemic. It was not a good thing for, for many reasons, but it was good thing for many reasons also. You must have heard there used to be one exam, GRE. Used to be, I'm saying. Now top global institutes are not asking for GRE. How this all happened? COVID told university don't take GRE. You will say, sir, how this happened? Because during these 2-3 years, none of the Asian students joined the universities. And US universities run on Asian students. COVID happened and all these things, and people think that COVID was brought from Wuhan in China, and that is all these things happened, geopolitical situations. Now top universities are not taking GRE. You people are sitting at the moment when GRE is not required. These things if you put in your pocket and you approach, and LinkedIn was not there long back when we were there, LinkedIn was not very effective. Now you can approach professors also on that LinkedIn and this works for you. So there are some very, very smart moves, friends, and sitting in the hostel room you may find that a professor has dropped you mail, okay, meet me tomorrow Zoom, I would like to interact with you. Now recruitment by professors has changed. Now you know how it has become. You will approach a professor, he will see your profile, you will say, I am interested in your research work, direct PhD program, I am a student of Dharwad, B.tech, I would like to join PhD under your guidance, will I get a chance? Because you are doing this project, I am very, very interested in this project. The professor will think I am getting a student, maybe he is interested, he will see your profile. Can you meet me tomorrow Zoom at this time? Okay, you go there. He will have a half an hour to 2 hour session with you. It can be half an hour, it can be 2 hours. He will ask you why you are interested in my work. You listen the questions, not everybody can answer it. You will say, okay, tell me about you. Why are you interested in this research field? What you have done so far in this research field? How do you think your research work so far you have done is matching my research work? Why you want to work under my guidance only? These are couple of questions he is going to ask. And the answer only that student can do who is genuine. Otherwise you can't do that. If you are genuine, the life is very simple for you. Then you will say, okay, then apply. The moment you say, then you apply, rest is formality. The rest is formality. But for that moment to click, you are supposed to be genuine. You must have some kind of inclination, research inclination. You must have some research area, domain for you, and accordingly you will go in that direction. This has become very, very easy in that direction. This is the way you are getting lot of opportunities abroad nowadays, and explore it. I think I have taken a lot of time, Gurudev sir. I think Sanam can now participate. So now I think you should listen to Sanam. He's a student. He joined IIT Jodhpur for direct PhD program. Very interesting story his. He joined direct PhD IIT Jodhpur, computer science guy. He was doing wonderful there. Then he left that, went to Norway, completed his masters there, and then he joined PhD program in Denmark. Lot of experience he has. He's the example of what I was telling you. Maybe you can listen, you can discuss with him, because the person who is traveling on some path can tell you better. Over to you, Sanam.
Hello, I hope I'm audible. Am I clearly audible? Okay. So guys, what I have been doing before, basically I completed my bachelor's from Dehradun, and then basically I got motivated. Actually, if you think like a bachelor student, of course you are a bachelor student, and if you think like a bachelor student, I was running behind job. Okay, I was basically mostly motivated for a 10 to 5 job. I would get into Bangalore or some good hub, IT hub in India, and would do the job, right? In fact, I got into a company called as Pfizer of India Private Limited, financial services. It deals with financial services, and it's a good company actually. It's Europe based. Then when I got into the company, I felt mostly what I felt is internal politics, and believe me, every one of you will face internal politics in company. Okay, it's like you are assigned a role, you get a different role. You are assigned a data analyst role, you get web analyst. Okay, and this is pretty common with you guys, with freshers, right? And your managers would basically partialize to someone else. You will be facing some promotion issues, whatever, all these issues in company you will face. Okay, to prevent from that, I thought I would do GATE and let's say get hired for a higher position, not as a fresher, right? Let's become a manager or something like that, and handle your subordinates, right? I did that. Then what happened actually, I got motivated for GATE as well. So I wrote GATE. Then I did this counseling process, COAP, CCMT, whatever you guys have done in your JE as well, right? You would have done that. I got this direct PhD position at IIT Jodhpur. Since I was a computer science guy, I used my all these computer science skills. I tried to use at most what I could use in IIT system. I got into these coursework based lectures, in which I got help from prestigious professors there. Okay, every IIT has very nice professor, and I used most of it developing my machine learning skills and this coding skills, right? Once I did that, I thought that okay, it's gonna take 5 more years for me to complete this PhD program, right? Because in India, believe me, they will at least take you 5 years. Okay, and I was not convinced with this system to go for 5 years of PhD program. So I started approaching professors, and this is what the changing point for everyone you might be, because approaching professors is something that every student should do from I would not say from IIT or NIT, but almost all university students usually do these days. Okay, for example, I heard from most of you students who are indulged in some project from a professor with UCF, I guess, from Florida, right? So even if you outshine this project with other professors to whom you will email, they will consider it as a plus point because of your exposure. Okay, so this is one thing. Another thing is I don't support going to a master program and spending a lot of money. So what I did was, since I was not eligible for a PhD or a direct PhD in Europe, I approached professor, and professor himself guided me that okay, since your Indian credits are not useful in our ECTS system, European Credit Transcript System, you have to do this coursework basically. So I bargained for the scholarship based masters there. Okay, the professor basically agreed with me, like you spend 2 years of masters and you spend more 3 years with me for PhD. See, the scenario outside India is more or less like students are not they're not motivated for PhD. The reason why it is so, because they get a very good job after the bachelor's directly, and they don't face this internal politics and all that stuff in companies there, right? So more or less, since the PhD positions are vacant there, it's a chance for Indian students to fill that gap. Okay, and the professors also more or less like Indian students, because we are, of course, everyone know we are hardworking, right? So the reason why I'm saying all this is that when you approach a professor, you can even bargain on your profile. So if you have this 7 plus CGPA, 8 plus CGPA system in your like Indian credit system, then probably you would be able to bargain your like scholarship, in a sense that, okay, let's say you approached a US professor, and this professor is telling you, okay, do masters and then I'll hire you, right? So in those cases, what you can ask professor on the basis of your profile, that okay, I have been doing this project and this is the most relevant project for you, that's why I want a scholarship based master. If let's say Caltech is not giving me, then might be some other university. And believe me, there is no harm to compromise with QS ranking for your master's program if you get it funded. Okay, so there's no harm, because in India we are quite much overfitted for this QS ranking and all that stuff. Okay, but abroad it's not like that. Probably you can get into like 400 or 300 ranked QS university for masters, but of course on the cost of it's funded, right? And then you get into a very nice university for your PhD, or even you become a research scientist in some company like OpenAI, Nvidia, or something like that. Okay, so it becomes easy to pursue your like dream job when it's like when you are outside India and not facing this specific challenges regarding logistics, regarding your mental peace, etc. Okay. Other than that, so I was interested in biomedical imaging particularly. So I approached this Italian professor who is in Norway, and he basically told me like, okay, come here, we will give you the scholarship here. Not only we will waive off your like master's tuition fees, but also give you the scholarship. So similarly, like being you guys already from IIT system, I think you can at least get into a very nice university for your masters. And I would say you just prepare your documents like CV, SOP, strong cover letter, then get some recommendation letters from your university professors here. More or less, if you are working outside this this IIT system somewhere else, you can get this letter of recommendation from there as well. And once you have this collection of documents, you can basically justify yourself, okay, you are the right candidate. And the only thing that's important in all this process is emailing the professor. And you should email in a sense that it should not sound very traditional. You have to stand out of among hundreds of emails that the professor is receiving, right? So try to do that. And you can explore more more research areas when you are approaching different professors. It's not like you have to do the same thing for all your life, right? So that is what I would say. I think if you have any questions, you can ask. Maybe we can take some questions.
Yeah. So that's it. I think we've done it. So friends, any question, any queries? I think we can address that.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask. Yeah, please.
I'm a master's student. I'm not here for the first
Yeah.
year. And I wanted to ask, as sir said that there are some purposeful PhDs solving some real life industrial problems. So, are there any PhDs other than purposeful PhDs solving some real life industrial problems, in a sense related to research and solving some conceptual problems? Like, are there options for such PhDs?
Yeah. So I have example of that actually. Because my research work started from the research paper. My research work, I identified research paper, very good research paper, and I dumped my research in the research papers only. I published wonderful papers. So I got opportunities, all opportunities, top companies also. I got after my PhD, I will say, after my PhD, my research was very good. That was specific flowing model used in metal cutting using cryogenics, something like that. No, that actually research work was not solving real-time world problem. And it was like very good research paper somebody published in America. I took it, I found the gap, research gap, worked on that and dumped my research papers into the research papers, journals, that's it. But the research was good. I got into these companies, multinational companies, because the companies like, General Electrical, Nvidia, Caterpillar, American company, India's Tatas, Mahindras, Heroes, these big companies, they hire PhD for R&D jobs. They will hire you if your work is good. Plus, you will get opportunity to work in IITs or NITs as a teacher if you want to do that. That also is there. So to answer your question, if your research papers are very good, I tell you one thing, because most of the academic institutes will give the value to your research papers. Publish research papers. I'm not saying that is the ideal thing, that I solved some real world problem which is really good. That is what, if I'll do again PhD, that is how I'll do. But if you ask me, sir, you did your PhD, what opportunities you got? I'm saying multinational companies I got, IITs I got as a teacher, everything I got, only on the basis of research paper. So that is there. But फिर भी आपको research paper publish करने हैं. And one more last important thing, whatever you do in life, friend, enjoy it. Because if you are sitting in a lab as a research scholar, PhD, if I come, कैसा चल रहा है, how are you enjoying, and you display frustration, that is not good. Enjoy your work, enjoy your PhD years, and do good work. Opportunities will explode, opportunities will come your way for sure, but then you have to give your 100% into that. This is my own crux of this entire, my own finding in my life, that if you don't like something but you start putting a lot of effort into that, then you start getting interested in that. So suppose you are not liking something, this course I am not liking, the strength of material is not my cup of tea. Don't decide it's a cup of tea or not so quickly. Put effort. But if this is only thing you have to do, start liking it. Start liking it and start putting effort, and eventually you will see things will start popping up for you. That is option, right? Have I answered my question?
Yes.
Yeah. Any other question, friends? Yeah.
Sir, what all options do we have after PhD in abroad and after getting back to India?
So after PhD, what are the options in India and abroad? Is that what you are asking?
No, like PhD in abroad, and after I come back to India,
Done.
what all opportunities I'll get here?
Wonderful. So PhD abroad, and what are options here?
Yeah.
I tell you, friends, IITs, I give you options. I tell you the option number 1, 2, 3. You will find that IITs look for teachers when they hire teachers. I know so many directors of IITs who go in the summers abroad hunting down PhDs for teaching jobs in IITs. When I appeared for the interview in IIT Bombay in 2010, I think, 3 candidates from foreign universities. I was the only one from IIT Delhi. So they give lot of value to the PhDs abroad. I'm not saying that IITs are not valuing their own candidates. No, I got selected. But because of the international exposure, they give lot of value to the PhDs from foreign universities, to some universities which are lower than QS rank than IITs also. Suppose you have done PhD, wonderful PhD, as Sanams said, in the university which is 300 QS ranked university abroad, and you have done wonderful PhD. In India, once you are back in India, academic institutes will welcome you. Academic institutes include 23 IITs, 31 NITs, so many triple IITs, ISCs, and so many private good institutes which are ready to offer more than what IITs and NITs are offering in the salary. Academic position. Number 2, multinational company. There is one of our my colleague who is working in this global with me. He is doing PhD also abroad. He's done his masters from IIT Kanpur and joined Caterpillar. Caterpillar is American company, design. And then he was posted in Bangalore. When he met someone working in New York, Caterpillar, he got frustrated. He saw that Caterpillar in Bangalore is not doing any research. The real research is being done in New York. Then that actually clicked him. That actually, forced him to pursue his PhD from New York. Now he's doing his PhD from New York. So if you join Caterpillar in New York, you will be doing better R&D because the company is of America. NVIDIA, they are doing research in US only. They may not have that hardcore R&D center in India. So 80%, 90% PhD abroad, they enter into industries. Now imagine you are working in industry after your PhD in US. The moment you come back, the same industry will welcome you. So sir, what are the options for me if I come back to India? Academics, industries. And I explain you the reason also for that. With the condition that you have done your PhD nicely. You should be good in that. That is a condition. So no dearth of opportunities. Yeah.
Hi, sir. I am. Hi.
That was the reason we were requesting you to come to the front tables. Yeah.
So I am third year student of BS in mathematics. So I have two questions. One is that if I want to go for direct PhD after my BS, so when should I start approaching the professors if I want to go just immediately after my BS? And second question is like, what are the public sector job opportunities that I'll have if I write GATE? So
Which course are you doing? It's a 3 years or 4 years course?
it's 4 years BS in mathematics.
BS in mathematics. Good. What I heard, two questions. Number one, at what stage you can explore options abroad? And number two, which PSUs in India? Am I right?
Like, at what time should I start approaching the professors if I want to go for direct PhD? Like
Understood.
Okay, when should-
I'll tell you by latest when you should approach. Earlier the better. I'll give you two answers to that. Number one, if you want to join 2025 August, suppose you want to join 2025 August, your PhD in US or other countries, the forms will come out from 15th September till 15th of January. Listen this timeline carefully. Suppose you want to join US university in 2025 in August. You can join in winter also. But suppose you want to join in August because you graduated in June. So the applications will start coming in 2024, 15 September to 15 January 2025. Before that, you need to approach professor. Last limit I told you. Now, can I approach professor 1 year before also? Yes. What is more important is not approaching the professor, but how you are approaching professor. When you drop a mail to professor, as he said, you should have some credentials to tell him. You should have something to impress the professor. You should tell that professor, you are working in this field. I am also working in this field. I have a research paper in this. I have this research work. How will you prove the professor your research background, your research temperament? As a professor, I am only interested to know one thing. Are you interested in research work or America? Because people know that Indian, Chinese, other country people, they want to come to America for America. Professor does not want that. Professor wants this girl should come to my lab for the research work. How will you prove that to him? You should have something in your hand. Suppose you have that something in your hand and 1 year before you join PhD, you approached him. You know what he is going to say? When are you going to join? Okay, as of now, I do not have, PhD funding with me. In future, when I will have it, surely I will try to accommodate you. And that is a positive reply. That is a positive, not negative reply. The moment this reply comes, you can throw party to your friends. Why? Because later on that professor will certainly give you the option if he has written this. So when you have 1 or 2 years to go to US, but professor finds you suitable, he will write you this. That complete your graduation and then you can apply. So if you completed your BS but you have nothing to show research acumen, try to do internship, try to do project, try to do something so that you can reflect your research aptitude to the professor. He is ready to take you. For PSU, you can join so many public sector organizations, including organizations like ISRO, Indian Statistical Organization. You can join. You can join, if I am not wrong, the organization like Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So you will be eligible wherever computer science student will be eligible. There is an organization, National Informatics Center, NIC. Wonderful research work going on in this particular department under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. So wherever b.tech guy is eligible, you are also eligible to join government sector or public sector. And one good thing has happened, that suddenly computer science, mathematics people have started getting lot of opportunities in government sector. Recently one very good options came when you were being recruited as examiner, patent and design. Very less people are aware about that option. That is wonderful opportunity. And now you mentioned about degree. I remember you were eligible for that. Examiner, patent and design. There you have to check the patent being filed by people. And why a lot of jobs in India are coming for patent, examiner, patent and design? Because India is number one in country now in which percentage rise in the patent filed world over is there. Percentage rise. I think there is a 32% rise in the number of patents being filed from previous year to this year. Next country is only 6% rise. So that is the reason India is looking for a lot of people like you, and you have opportunities for that. So a lot of PSU jobs also for you, right? Any other question, friends? Yeah.
Sir, I would like to ask about like Ivy Leagues. So my question is like, how
Dear, you are not at all audible to me. So can you come this side? Can you come forward and shoot your question? Yeah.
Sir, I have a
Couple of questions, right? Then you please come even closer. Okay. Go ahead.
So my first question is, well, I want to ask about Ivy Leagues. So
Ivy League, yeah. Hmm.
So first of all, how hard it is to get into Ivy Leagues from being a student of IIT? And second, what should be a general approach into getting, for example, say MS?
Hmm. Okay, sit down. These were the couple of questions?
No,
More also. You are IIT graduate and you are asking how hard it is to get into Ivy League college as a graduate of IIT. I published a video last month. There is a graduate who is from tier 3 college. He got 3 Ivy League colleges. What if I tell you it is very, very easy? It is far easier to get into Ivy League college for MS program than getting into b.tech in IIT system. Far easier. So what is required is, number 1, you need to apply. Number 2, you need to apply at the right time, in a right way, and you need to follow the right process. That's it. Quite easy to get into Ivy League. Number 2, the question is not Ivy League that 100% you will get it. If you meet some credentials, I'll mention that also. Maintain your CGPA 7+. Write a very good cover letter, SOP. Your CV should have certain reflections. Your professors should recommend you, and you should have something to show in the form of research work. That's it. Pretty simple. CGPA should not be less than 6. Am I right, Sanam, in that?
Yes,
CGPA 7 is good.
Along with the CGP, I think if you are like, bargaining with the scholarship and everything, I think you should get into GRE system. So being in IIT, having 7.5 plus CGPA, and if you write GRE 320 plus, I think it will be perfect for you. I mean, the student that sir was mentioning, his name is Gitartha, okay? And Gitarth is like having around 7.8 CGPA. He was our student only. Moreover, he,
Gitarth, right?
Yeah, Gitarth Sharma.
Which WhatsApp group we are sitting in the Dharwad, which you have created?
CSE. I guess CSE you are into
CSE student, huh?
Which student are you? Yeah. Oh,
Engineering physics. Sir, can we share Gitarth video with the hum?
So
we are sending that video to
I
you.
mean, the Gitarth actually applied into almost 10 to 12 universities. He also asked for this application fees waive off. I don't know whether you guys know about application fees waive off. It's like you mail to the department of university, academics department, and they arrange you a refund of the pay that you submit in US universities, because they have $150 to $200 application fees. Okay, so he actually, on the basis of his cover letter only, he got almost 12 waive offs. Along with that, he also got into multiple universities among all those 12 applications he submitted. And that is how he justified his GRE score, because I guess he scored around 327 score in GRE. And I mean, it's very easy to get into 327 score, but you should know the different things, right? Like, you can get application fees waive off, you can approach professors for direct PhD, all these stuff, right? And I think if you are already in IIT system, see, IITs and NITs, everyone knows all around world. I mean, professors know that in India these are elite institutions. So I think if you write GRE, that will give a boost to your profile, and once you have this GRE of 320 plus, you will get scholarship very easily. In Ivy Leagues.
As I told you, GRE is not required nowadays. No, I told you this is not required thanks to COVID. They want people.
Yeah,
but there's a smart move. There's a smart move. When the applications will come, as Sanam said, when applications will come, here's the one application without GRE, another application with GRE. You understand to whom I'll accept. That is a smart move. So that is what I told you. Like, if you listen to that boy, you will start thinking that, oh, am I thinking this question also? He has got Ivy League. And he told in the interaction, he said, I never thought I'll get Ivy League, but I'm getting 3, not 1. So that is what I'm telling, like don't put any this thing, red signal, you will get that. What was the second question?
I just combined the two questions, like how hard it is and what is the procedure.
No, the difficult part is like getting scholarship actually in Ivy League.
I was eventually going to.
So difficult part is that, and I don't want you to spend 30-40 lakh rupees. Though you get a scholarship. That is the reason I'm preaching that direct PhD program. Direct PhD in India is easier to get compared to MTech. I mean, competition when I see. You want to get into masters
Difference
and
in coursework. I
Sorry?
mean, difference. You told about MS and direct PhD, and what you said we can do is enroll for PhD and leave after 2 years.
Yeah.
So will there be any difference in the?
You may be
course
knowing that
structure?
coursework is to be done early. The where PhD is different from masters is lot of experimental work, lot of other work, not theoretical work. Theoretical work will be more or less both same for both. So you will be completing those formalities, and then after 2 years you will say my theoretical work is over. Now I'm at least I'm eligible to get a master's degree. Give me master's degree. That has come in India through national education policy even now. If you leave b.tech now, then after 2-3 years, it is not that you will go empty handed as per national education policy. To the best of my knowledge, you will get certificate or diploma. Now national education policy is saying that for India also. So that is there since long back, right? Your next question.
Higher education in Europe versus in US.
Higher education in US is costly.
Okay.
Higher education in Europe is very cheap. Germany it will come 10 to 15 lakh. And that too I have interaction with the many students, I'll share that also. Some are saying we have not spent in a single penny. Technical university, there are 9 technical universities in Germany. I only recommend 2 destinations normally for students who are aspiring for MS. One US or the Germany normally. US is very costly, but Germany is very cheap. And
There's a trade-off again. I mean, sorry to interrupt. Trade-off is like you have to be very meritorious to reach those scholarship-based or fully funded master programs. Okay, meritorious in a sense, not only just CGPA, but you should have these extra accolades like research paper or let's say some project you might have done in bachelor's. So you have to be meritorious to so because they are offering they are open for all over world, right? And there's no tuition fees there in countries like Germany, Switzerland. So you have to be meritorious in the merit list and compete all over the world. One specific scholarship that's pretty famous in Europe is Erasmus Mundus scholarship. I don't know whether you guys have heard of it. So Erasmus Mundus actually helps you to get into multiple countries within Europe. So let's say we have one student experience. So this student got he's from NIT Jaipur, okay, and he has almost 7.8 CGPA. And this student did is he applied for this Erasmus Mundus joint master program, and he wanted to study biotechnology. So he applied only three Erasmus Mundus programs, but he submitted application very nicely because there's a questionnaire and there's a SOP and cover letter, all these documents you need to submit. And he basically is doing a master from 3 countries now. One is Finland, another is Belgium, and there's another third country. I guess it's Italy. He will be traveling in these 3 countries throughout his masters. The benefit that he's getting is not only his living expenses are getting met, but he don't need to pay any tuition fees as well. So I think you guys should leverage these kind of scholarships rather than running behind this paying so much of fees in the US or running behind a direct PhD program or maybe like that, if you are not sure whether you want to do direct PhD. So masters can be an option on such cases.
done?
Yeah.
Any other question?
Yeah, so you were saying about the bargaining thing. So if it is like if I'm going for masters and in Ivy League, you said it is costly. So till what extent can I bargain?
I mean, I have seen people like students getting 60% waive off in Ivy Leagues. If you have written like well enough with your cover letter, GRE score. See, GRE score again I'm saying because on only that is the exam that boosts your ranking in other students, right? In the merit list they prepare. So GRE will boost your profile very very smoothly, right? and then usually students have gotten 60% waive off, 40% waive off, 50% waive off.
See, it is like this. What I strongly believe: if you get admission in IIT for graduation, you get admission in IIMs, you don't bother about the fees. I'm telling you honestly. I've never heard of a student getting into IIMs for a management course and saying, "Oh, 25 lakh lag jayega." Even a poor student from farmer, they join IIMs, spend 25 lakh. You know, there is something which is called return on investment. So there is a list of 150 colleges that public banks in India have. These 150 universities. If you got admission in any of these 150, that public bank is going to give you loan, collateral free loan. That means you are not supposed to go along with your father to the bank. You'll go along with the admission letter. I got admission in this Ivy League college, give me the loan. They will not ask any document actually. So they understand that this college is so reputed that this girl is gonna get good career. So you invested money and there is something which is called return on investment. You spent in IIM 25 lakh only to know that at one stage you are going to get a very good job, right? There are MBA people are getting at 5 lakh also. Why you will spend 25 lakh? This is the, so Ivy League if you get, suppose, and if you want to join there, don't bother about the money, you know, and the fees. You will get loan, and I believe that taking loan is not at all an issue. Entire US education system is on the loan. The day you join some university US, you will take car on the loan, you will take this on the loan, you will take that on the loan. That is not a problem actually. That is how the economy moves.
There is one, moreover, there is one state scholarship as well. Like every state runs their own scholarship program. So for Rajasthan, I remember there's Swami Vivekanand scholarship. So these scholarships are like your from state funded. You basically have to apply with your state government, and you actually get not only tuition fees amount, but you also get living expenses. So I think these are available only for 150 top universities for every state. So I think you should explore which scholarship your state provide, and maybe apply for that if you get an offer from these universities. So पैसे देने वाले हैं basically. It's just I think you have to be that capable enough to get into those universities, right?
See, Ivy League you will surely get it if you want it. Don't bother about the fees of Ivy League. Ivy League are not, I mean, fees should not be discussed for Ivy League. If you get that university, go there and you will get better career. Yeah. This is not a mic, this is, you have to speak loud.
Sir, so how much late could we give GRE? For example, right now, in about a month, we have our placements going on. So I cannot focus on both. So the earliest I could give is about 45-50 days from today.
I told you till 15th of December, the university's application will peak in for next year. And GRE maximum 45 days mein you can prepare really well for that. Now August is going on, right? So 15th of December till 15th of December, you can apply in some university. So let us say you plan today that I will go and all, I'll do that. So you spare 2-3 hours every day. You have to work in a discipline. You have to manage your time well. Time will not be less. You decide for this mission. Your mission is joining some university abroad. For that mission, spare only 2 to 3 hours. That's it, per day. And you will clear GRE also, IELTS also, apply also. Everything will go 2 to 3 hours per day. You have to spare. Rest for college, for placements, for everything. Time management is the answer. Lack of time is not the answer. I know the students who have entire year, but because of lack of management or time management, they are not in position to clear. And I know students who within 2-3 months they decide, they do it and clear it. GRE is exam of only, I think for you it will take not more than 2 months. It's a simple exam, not a difficult exam. And I told you GRE, even if score is not very high, but you have a score that itself will separate you from others, because others have not even written. That is the point actually.
Thank you.
Sir, I've been hearing that even IELTS is kind of important these days.
IELTS, yeah, IELTS is not a university requirement. Majority of the places IELTS is the visa requirement. Whenever you go, you know, visa, they want that you should know English. But there is a good thing here. Many of our students, they've got admission in universities. They produced a document in which it was written that they have done their education in English. They have done their graduation in English. That your university, your institute gives. IIT Dharwad will give in writing that you have done in English. That will work as an alternate to IELTS. But it does not work everywhere. It works somewhere, it does not work everywhere. You can get that document also, you can try that also, but IELTS is not the requirement of university. University will give you admission, but then visa clearing requires you should have, you should be English speaking, otherwise how will you communicate there? So, and it's very pretty simple exam, you should not get afraid of it. You should write, it takes not more than 1 month. You should have that with you. Any other question, friends? So, yeah, Jay Surya, I remember your name, yeah.
Actually, two things. Going for higher studies in abroad, immediately after doing b.tech or MTech here or any college. And the next thing is gaining some industrial experience and then going for higher studies in abroad. Which would be a better option?
See, both are okay. Both are okay. It is like doing MBA immediately after graduation or after some job experience doing MBA. Both are okay. I've seen people doing good both ways. So it is like this. If you apply, my theory is multiple option on table. That is my theory. Now you got multiple option on your table. Sir, I got this job, I got this higher education course. Bring me these two and I will tell you which one to pick up. I got a job in this company and this is the profile, this is the thing. And I got higher education in this university, this is the option. I'll say, as of now, this university option is better. So to answer your question, should we first do job and then go for higher education, or we should go for higher education immediately? My answer is, why don't you explore both the options? You keep options open. You are looking for job also. I started my lecture saying that you're exploring job options and you're exploring options for higher education is not one at the cost of other. It goes parallel. Now you will come and after 6 months you will say, sir, I've got these two options, now tell me which one I'll pick up. That is a better thing. Suppose I give you another hypothetical example. I got a job in some industry which is paying me 6 lakh rupees per month in India. At the same time, I got, let us say, some IIM option. I'll say leave 6 lakh rupees, join IIMs. Suppose you say I got a 30 lakh job, very good job. I can say you can wait for IIM, do the job as of now. So depends which one is better option as of now. I mean, there are so many factors. But one thing is true, explore the options, bring more options on table.
And one more question I have. Some people are going on dependent visa and then by dependent visa going to US and then trying to get an opportunity of PhD and completely away from dependent visa and going by ourselves. Will there be any difference in both of them?
Both are okay.
Both are
okay. I tell you very interesting story, and that should not be taken in the negative way. Both are okay. To answer your question, both options are okay. I was roaming around with my friends in New York last year, and he told that to get citizenship in US, it is long queue. You come to US, you do job in US, and then you get citizen after many years. And then he told me, this boy who is working in some shop, he has got citizenship within a year. I said, how come? I said, US there is a law. You come illegally to the US, if you enter the US in illegal way and you seek asylum in that country, under their constitution, they are supposed to give you asylum. You understood what I am saying? Bangladeshi problem is going on. Suppose Bangladeshi enters India and he say, no, my life, there's a danger to my life in Bangladesh. Then soil of India is to protect him and give him citizenship. That law is not in India, but that is in US. That my friend was telling me, I'm here for the last so many years, I have not got citizenship. No, I feel I should have come from Mexico side illegally and got the citizenship within first year. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying there are so many options. You go with your spouse and then your spouse is working there and then you enter into the university. So many options. So many ways you should go. That is quite good.
Actually, I'm asking.
Don't take that illegal way. That was only example, right?
No. I'm asking. Will the professors be seeing difference between those two?
Not at all. No. Professors actually, they are so mature people I've seen. I must appreciate that for this community, that they only focus on your research work, and that only matters actually. Sometimes they don't even see whether you're from IIT, from this institute, that no. Have you done research work? Then only you are useful to me. Otherwise, you are not useful to me. For them, that matters actually. So you will get opportunities. And I'm lucky to be in this profession of teaching and mentoring. I've seen so many examples that if today you ask me, sir, is that I cannot make a career from this background or from this college or something. I'll say no. If you have commitment, if you have dedication, if you have positivity in your mind, then you will get it. And we are going to end this session with my last two statements to you, and that is, friends, whatever you want to do, close your eyes and believe that you will get it. Close your eyes and believe that you will get it, whatever it is, and it will come to you. And if you don't do that, if you don't believe that, it will not come to you. There is this particular fact actually. Do not assume anything that I may get it, I may not get it. That this girl is saying about Ivy League. I believe she wants to go to Ivy League. Close eyes and believe that you will get it. The next job is only to know how to do it. That's it. But belief that I will get it has to be the first one. That belief has to be first one. And this is my whole life experience. This happens. When you believe something 15 years back, that one day I will be doing this, one day I will be, doing this, that happens. When I remember Pokhran 2, you remember when Pokhran 2 happened? Pokhran 2 happened in 1998. Pokhran 2 was the nuclear blast. Abdul Kalam was, the main fellow in that. When Pokhran 2 happened, nuclear blast of India happened, newspaper mein Kalam ka photo and all. I thought that day, one day I want to meet this fellow. वैसे ही दिमाग में I want to meet this fellow. He's a big guy. I was in college. How can it that be? 2003, I shook his hand when I was a scientist in DRDO. Visited the lab suddenly. I was to leave that organization within a month. He comes to the lab. He said, I only want to meet young scientist. Young scientist simply means B, C, D. You start your career with B and then C, then D. Kalam sir said, I only want to meet young scientist. He comes inside and he shakes hands with everybody. And then I realized, oh, I wanted to meet this guy. This happened. Actually, this works. Believe me, this works. Positivity, conviction, just believe that it will happen. The rest is all your effort. Chalo, I end it up for this session. I'm really thankful you were here listening to us. Thank you.